Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Restricted Podcast, the podcast where the only thing that's restricted is my bank account. At the moment, this cost of living and being an adult, man, it is kicking my ass from here to next week. I'll tell you that. On today's episode, it's going to be similar to the last episode that I made at the end of 2025. I'm going to be jumping around, just talking about bits and bobs. I'm hoping to get Stacey back on the podcast for the next episode, so we will sort that out soon. I know a lot of you liked having her on, so do I. I really want her back, but we're all busy, doing our life things and doing what we need to do to survive. So we will have her on soon. But as you can see, I've got my handy dandy notes with me today, and the writing is just absolute chicken scratches, man. I don't write anymore, and I'm still not sure how I got my pen license, but I guess that's a problem for my year 3 teacher. So how the hell is it 2026? I can't fathom it. I don't know how it's 2026. I don't know how I've made it here. I don't know how I'm 26 and what is going on, because I need someone to explain that to me. Please explain, because I am confused and lost. I just wanted to reflect on the past year, and because 2025 was massive for Jack and I know that this year's going to be hopefully even bigger. Last year was massive for Jack and I. We built our own house, we moved in, we became fully fledged adults. People are now looking up to me for advice, and I'm like, I don't know, ask my mum. I don't know what advice to give you because I don't know any myself, And, we gained another family member. We got Scout, which is our new dog, which I talked about last week. Chow is here, by the way. If you're watching this on YouTube, Chow is sitting here in his mat. You can't see it. It's out of frame on the video, but he is here, so don't worry. You would notice I've changed again. The chair that I had here in my podcast setup, I realized looks better out in my living area. So now I'm on the hunt for a new chair. So this is the one I'm using in between. It's actually pretty cool. I've got a really cool story about this in a second, but I'll finish my thought process that I had. So yes, we've achieved a lot last year, and I'm very grateful for everything that has sort of happened and allowed the universe allowed to happen for Jack and I. But I wanted to reflect on 2025 and sort of give my opinions on being a 26-year-old and everything that sort of changed in the last few years, because change has been quite large for me. And so let's jump into that. So I did not realize, and I touched on this in the last podcast, the last episode, I did not realize how much it actually costs to own and then also run a household. It costs a lot of money, and I sort of wish someone drilled that into me harder. My parents said so much to me growing up: don't leave the lights on, don't do this, don't do that, you're costing money. And when you're a kid, it just goes in one ear and out the other, and you just don't understand it until you're in it. And most of the time I learn from others. If they've made a mistake, I won't make that same mistake, or I can see that the mistake they're going to make is going to be detrimental. I don't make that, that sort of stuff I learn from others. But in this case, it really took me until I was in the situation to understand what it meant. And now I get it, and I have been apologizing to my parents at least once a week, going, I'm so sorry I did that. I now get it. I understand why you were so, strict about not doing this and not doing that, because now I'm in it. I get it. So that's been a realization I've had the last 6-7 months that we've been living in this house. And also how much it actually costs to fill a house, right? Jack and I have a beautiful 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath house. It's literally gorgeous. And I have so many things that I want to do to this house, so many upgrades and, DIYs and all that sort of stuff. But I just did not realize how much it was going to cost to do it. So and also fill the house with furniture. Facebook Marketplace is my literal bitch. And I've been trying to get really cool furniture that suits my vibe, because my vibe is country, Hamptons, industrial. That's me. I love the country aspect, some wood, you know, a lot of, and then I like the industrial side, lots of metal. Like I love metal, as you can see. I love metal, and then the Hamptons is the whites and the greys and the light blues and the light pinks and that sort of coastal sort of vibe. I like to smash all those three together, but it is so hard to find furniture pieces or just like decor and stuff for the house that isn't like $4,000. So Facebook Marketplace has been my savior for that. Op shop bitch is what I am. I love finding a bargain. And so in my local towns, I'll start from one end and go through all the towns that are near me, and I go through all their op shops. I do this like maybe like once every 2 months. I'll go through and have an op shop day, and I'll find some cute little decor pieces and see if I can pick up some really cool stuff to fill my house. So yeah, but didn't realize how much it was going to cost. And if I could go back to 2 years ago when we were deciding to do this, I wish I could have a conversation with myself and go, hey, stop spending all your money on shoes and bags and makeup and all of that stuff that makes you happy. Put it away and save it, because you're going to be happier when you're able to buy the things that you want for your home. And if you're in that predicament, I'm telling you, save more money than you think you need so that when you're in the house, you can really get the stuff that you want. We are lucky. I did get a lot of the stuff that I sort of wanted, but there is a lot of stuff that I still want. So anyways, I wish I could go back and tell myself that. And also, once you get a house and you've got all these things to pay for and there's things that you want to strive to get, your priorities shift. So a lot of my priorities have shifted, and people you know, all my friends and stuff, you know, people in life are just like, oh, come and do this or come and do that. I'm now having to turn to them and go, I'm really sorry, like I can't afford to do that. And I've never had that issue before of saying to someone, I'm really sorry, I can't afford to do that. And I'm very privileged to say that. But now it's just like, yeah, I literally can't afford to do that. And I'm so sorry to disappoint, but I can't do that. I'm really sorry. I can't afford the ticket. I can't afford to go. I can't afford the fuel. I can't afford this because I've got to pay for electricity. I've got to pay for my car. I've got to pay for this. I've got to pay for that. So those priorities have shifted, and that's something that I'm still coming to terms with, because as I said before, it's never been something that's been an issue for me. And then also not being able to buy the things that I want, like just random shit. Like if I see something on the internet 2 years ago, I'd be able to go, oh yeah, I'll just buy that because I work for my money. I didn't have any bills to pay for and I wanted it. But now it's like, oh, I want that thing. I'm going to have to screenshot it or save it and then wait till I have that money or I save up for that and then I can have it. And then it'll actually make me realize if I actually wanted it or not. Because a lot of the time purchases are made just in the heat of the moment. Or you've got someone with you telling you, you should buy that, you should buy that. Mind you, I am that person. I always tell someone to buy something when I'm with them. It's like, you know, YOLO, just buy it. But yeah, it's sort of making me realize that I saw that thing a couple of months ago and I go back to it and I go, I actually don't need that. That's not something that I need right now. What I need right now is this. And so that's been a massive learning curve. And I'm actually sort of grateful for it because I was like a mass consumer, like 100%. A mass consumer. I was constantly buying things because I was trying to fill a void in my, you know, whatever it was in my life. I felt like I needed everything. And then now I'm in this house, I realize that's not true. I don't need to fill the void anymore. And the things that I want to get, I want them to be really well made, quality, and, you know, I'm supporting a local business or Australian businesses and all that sort of stuff. So anyways, that's my 2025 reflection. Now let's jump in to this chair, bro, this chair. So for those of you that are listening on Spotify, also welcome. Hello, Spotify listeners. I managed to figure out how to get on Spotify, which is so cool. I should have just done it ages ago, but I had the time, I figured it out, and now we are here. So hello, Spotify. This chair I'm sitting on is like a sling back cow print chair. And I found this chair on Facebook Marketplace at the end of last year. Now, this chair, I met up with a girl in, I should say woman, in Gisborne, I think it was. And she literally pulled it out of the back of her car. It cost me $100. And I stood there and I chatted to her for a while because she was such a lovely lady. And I can't remember her name, but she was telling me about this chair. So she had this chair from the 70s. This chair has lasted this long, and she said that she brought it from a store in Brunswick, and she carted it around to every house that she had lived in, and then she had given it to her granddaughter, and her granddaughter kept all of her her toys and her teddies and her cute little plushies and stuff in it. And then her daughter got a little bit older and she decided she didn't want the chair anymore. So then she decided to sell it on Facebook Marketplace, and then that's when I took it. And I thought that was such a lovely story that she'd had carted it around for so long. And this chair is very well made. It's steel, and then this cover is just, mate, it's just really well made. I'm super surprised it's lasted this long. So it's been giving a new life with me. It's going to be taken along with us when we do markets for Studded Stallion. It's going to be like a cute little setup that I'm going to have where, like, you know, someone can sit down if they like and chill out, or, you know, if someone on my team can sit down and chill out. It's just going to add a bit of a vibe. And I thought it was so cute, cow print. It's false, like it's faux cow print. It's not real cowhide. But yeah, so say hi to the cow print chair. She'll be with us for a little bit until Facebook Marketplace gives me a fully sick new chair to have. What are my 2026 goals? I thought you might have asked me. So I've written down a couple of notes of some things that I'd love to achieve in 2026. I'm going to make a vision board just so I can look at it every day and give me a little bit more motivation. So my 2026 goals are, right, and this is just a couple of dot points, nothing too crazy. And I'll go behind like a little bit of detail as to why. So the first one, I think I really want to get my motorbike license this year. I have my car license, obviously. I have my personal watercraft and boat license. And so the next one is motorbike license. Now, I'm not looking to get my motorbike license to ride my bike to work or to ride it to the shops or to ride it, you know, just fucking every day. That's not the goal. The goal is to get a motorbike license and to do Sunday rides. You know, Jack just got his motorbike license and we went to Harley Davidson to get some stuff to trick him up, you know. He wanted like really well-made stuff because when you're on the bike, you want really well-made things. So if you fall off, you don't die straight away, you know. So we were in there and the lady that was working in this Harley Davidson shop, she was so lovely and we had a conversation for about half an hour and she really inspired me. Getting my motorbike license is something that I've actually always wanted to do, but it just sort of fell to the wayside. I was like, I'll do it at some point. I'll do it at some point. And having a talk with this woman, I was like, nah, bro, this is something that I need to do. And I know that a lot of people are not going to be happy with me doing it, including my parents and probably my partner's parents. But I think it's something that I need to do. Like something in the universe is telling me, you need to get this. So she was telling me about getting her license and, you know, practice makes perfect. It's all in your mind. It's a mind game. You know that you can do it, then you can do it. If you feel like you can't do it, then you're not going to do it and you're not going to be confident on the bike. So hearing her talk about it and then also standing in the Harley Davidson store, bro, is motivation enough. Like if you want to see if you want to ride a bike or not, go to a Harley Davidson store and stand in there. I guarantee it would give you all the motivation you need to want to be a motorbike rider, 100%. So surrounded by all of this amazing merch, this just like the apparel is just next level, and all of these bikes that are just pristine, so shiny, could like, you know, brush your teeth in them. Like they're so shiny, it's just reflective as. I was like, yeah, dude, I deserve to have one of these bikes at some point in my life, 100%. So that's one of my 2026 goals. My other goal, which I've started, I joined the gym on Tuesday. It's now Thursday. I've been 3 times. So I went Tuesday night, Wednesday night, and now I've gone this morning. I want to lose 10 kilos. I'm 76 kilos. Not that you guys need to know that, but fully transparency, I want to lose about 10 kilos. If I can get down to 65 kilos, me be happy. But also if I don't lose weight, but I'm happy with how my body looks, I'm happy with that too. I just feel a little bit weak and I know that I've lost a lot of muscle. So that's my goal, to build my muscle back. Also for riding a bike, I want to be able to hold the bike up and feel more confident in myself that I'm able to lift. So that's another goal. I want to be able to get 100 orders with Studded Stallion this year. So I hope that that's a goal I'm able to achieve, and also do a market for Studded Stallion. I've applied to markets and I just haven't been accepted. So I'm hoping I'm able to do my first Studded Stallion market soon. I know that we are doing the Barmer Muster. So that will also be great. So I've got to make sure I have stock for that. One of the other things is, this is very random and very self-centered, and I know there's going to be a lot of people that don't agree, but I'd really love to get my first dose of Botox and like muscle, what do they call them now? Anti-wrinkle injections in my forehead. I really want to do that. So that's another goal of mine. Another goal, which I don't think will be attainable this year, is getting a new car. And I don't even know what car I want. My car is amazing, okay? My car is mint. It is so good to drive. I love how smooth it is. I've had no issues. She's an absolute weapon and I love my car. But I sort of want a car that fits my personality just a little bit more. So that's a goal, but I don't think that'll be attainable this year unless I win an LMCT draw. It's not going to happen. So, but I'm manifesting it. It is going to happen. We have to put that in the universe, I guess. So they are my goals, that's it. Another thing that I've done over the holidays is, because we're all back at work now, I know, bummer, sad. I've read a couple books over the holidays and I just wanted to touch on them because there's one book in particular that I am just like, what the fuck did I just read? And I'm sure some of you book girlies listening might understand. And if you haven't, it might give you an inkling just to not read this book because it's actually cooked. Alrighty. So the first book I want to touch on is, if you're a fantasy girl reader like me, you might have read Quicksilver. That's awesome. That book is great. I probably talked about it in a previous episode. Loved that book. The second book come out, which is Brimstone. It's awesome. I finished this book over the holidays and I loved it, and it ended really well too, like on a cliffhanger sort of thing. So I look forward to the next one of those coming out. But the other day when I come home after I finished this book, I was like, oh, I need to read another book. And then Stacey was talking about this book, Haunting Adeline. I bought this ages ago. It's been sitting in my cupboard. And she's like, you need to read it. And she'd read a couple of chapters. She goes, you need to read it. So when I got home, I pulled the book out and I started reading it. And I got halfway into the book and I'm just like, what the fuck am I actually reading? If you are triggered by stalkers, stuff like that, don't read this book. Don't read it. It's cooked and I got sucked into it because I had to figure out what happened at the end. But I have the second book and I'm not going to read it at all. It is cooked. And I know that there's some girls out there that love this sort of fetish sort of crap, but this was just not for me. I just wanted to quickly jump in here in between this recording and also let you know that Stacey hated this book as well. So anyways, the next book that I'm reading, which is a part of the Lightlark series, this is the new one that's just come out. It's called Crown Tide, and I am, how many pages am I in? I'm 55 pages in, so, there's no chapter numbers, right. So this is great, and yeah, I don't really have much notes on it yet because I'm literally just started. But I know some of you are going to be like, blasphemy, you folded down the page. I literally have 1,000 bookmarks. Couldn't fucking tell you where they are. Got no clue. So folded down the pages is what's happening. But yeah, I'm really liking that Lightlark series. It's very different, but it does remind me of ACOTAR. So if you like ACOTAR, you'll probably like the Lightlark series. It's just a little different. So that's what I'm on with books at the moment. I'm not sure what I'm going to read after this. My cupboard is literally filled with books, plus I have a Kindle. So I don't know. I'll keep you updated. Christmas has come and gone. Got some awesome gifts this year. As always, my partner and I always go all out. I bought him a coffee machine this year and he is frothing it. He makes coffee every day and it makes him so happy and it makes me happy. And I love the smell of coffee too. I don't drink coffee. If I drank coffee, I would be even more spastic than I already am. So I just refuse to even try it. Like, actually, that's a lie. I've tried it and I've had a V, but I'll never do it again. I was literally spastic and uncontrollable on coffee. But I love the smell of it. So that makes him happy, which makes me happy. He bought me a couple of like cooking appliances and stuff that I really wanted, like he bought me a stand mixer and a new blender. So, you know, that's adult stuff that you get really excited about because apparently I'm an adult now, which is really sad. He also bought me some beautiful Peter Alexander pajamas, right? And I have lots of Peter Alexander pajamas, and he got me like the silky satin ones. And they are like my least favorite pajamas, but I've actually never vocalized that to him. It's always just been an internal thought. But I just said to him, I'm like, is it all right if we, because they always come with like the gift receipt too. I was like, is it all right if we go back and I change them for like a different pair of pajamas? And he's like, yeah, no worries. That's why I got the gift receipt. I wasn't sure if it was the right size or if you like these. So anyways, Jack and I went to Peter Alexander, and I said to the lady, I was like, oh, partner bought me these. I have the original receipt and the gift receipt. Can I exchange them for a different one that I actually want? I haven't even tried them on or taken them out of the box or whatever. And she goes, yeah, look around. So when I got into Peter Alexander, not like only did they have sales everywhere, it was like an extra 30% off sale. So I had like over $100 to spend, and I ended up getting 4 pairs of pajamas that were so cute, and I got Jack to help me pick them out. And because, like, you know, he bought me the pajamas to start off with, so it's only fair he gets to help me pick. And I got 4 pairs of pajamas for the price of 1. So life hack to you all, if you get Peter Alexander pajamas for Christmas and they're not exactly your cup of tea, wait till after Christmas. Like we went, I think it was like the week of like the 6th, 7th, 8th of January. I went and got 4 new pairs plus a cute little like really lightweight robe too. So even Jack was like, we need to do this every year. I was like, I know, bro. This is actually mint. So life hack, go after Christmas, New Year, and exchange to get like way more sets of pajamas than you would have gotten before, you know, Christmas time. So that's a good little hack. We need to talk about Stranger Things. Now, if you are one of those people that don't watch Stranger Things, what are you doing? Because it is one of the best shows ever. It is so good. And I have lots of thoughts on the ending, and I know a lot of people do. I think the ending was great on a surface level. For someone who doesn't look deep into little pieces of the production and little aspects of the story, you know, you're like really invested in the story. If you like watch it at surface level, 100% you will love the ending. But for someone like me who got really into it and then ended up online, you know, in Reddit, reading all these little bits and bobs, thinking to myself going, they missed so many things. There were so many plot holes in the last season. It was kind of a crap ending if you take all of that into account. I know that they worked so hard on it. It cost $480 million. I'm not saying that they didn't work hard, although the documentary could say otherwise that they came out with. I think that like an amazing job. I think all the actors were amazing. I'm not bashing on anyone. I just think there were so many holes that were not filled in the last episode that it was sort of disheartening, and we were all waiting for it to be such an amazing ending. And they said it was going to be emotional and there was going to be one of the most gruesome deaths, but I just don't agree with that. I didn't really find it that emotional at all. And the gruesome death part, I don't know where that was. The most gruesome death was Bob, 100%. That was terrifying, crazy, and devastating. That scene was devastating. I was literally shaking watching it. But yeah, I don't know. Just didn't feel that in the last season, the last episodes. I don't know, man. It was so cooked, and I was so on the conspiracy theories, you know, with Conformity Gate. Like I was in it. I was like, yeah, no, there's going to be a secret episode. There's going to be a secret something, you know, but there just wasn't. And yeah, quite disappointing, but what are you going to do? So to fill that hole of being sad that Stranger Things has now ended, I seen online that people recommended to watch a series called Dark. And that one, I'm pretty sure is either set in Germany or Russia. I can't remember. I need to fact check myself. But it is in either German or Russian. And it's a mash between Stranger Things and From. If you have not watched From, you need to watch that. It is so cooked. It is like a thriller, and it's not something I thought I would like, but my whole group loves From, and I think season 6, or is it season 6 or season 4? No, season 4 is coming out, I think, at the end of this year. But yes, so it's like if Stranger Things and From had a baby, it would be dark, and it is so whack. It is so weird, but Jack and I are stuck on it, and it is really, really good. Really dark cinematography. Look, the acting's a bit how you're going, but I sort of like that anyway. Things have got to have character, But yeah, so if you need something to fill that void, definitely watch Dark. It is a great series. It's on Netflix, and you can watch it in dubbed English as well. So Jack and I started off watching it with subtitles, which was great. And Jack and I love subtitles. But then he figured out, he's like, oh, you can just make it English, like it's dubbed. I was like, oh, wish we'd have known that earlier. So there's 3 seasons of that, which is great. I think every episode goes between 45 to an hour. So there's lots of content there too. The other show that we've been watching, which is great, if you like car restoration shows, I love car restoration shows, just like Gotham Garage. I can't remember what that's called on Netflix, but yeah, Gotham Garage is great, like all that sort of stuff. This car restoration show is called Roadworthy Rescues, and there's 3 seasons. The guy who's in it, his business is called Vice Grip Garage, and he works out of I think Tennessee, and he is so funny. Like, he's just so funny. The different names that he calls things, like he calls a carburetor a fuel maker happener or something like that. A fuel maker happener. It's really fucking weird. And so yeah, if you want a new show like that, that's easy to watch, that's funny, that also teaches you the inner workings of how a car is made and also how to fix one. It's awesome. So I love car shows and I love old cars. So that's a really great show to watch, and I highly recommend that. Jack and I have been stuck on that as well. I think for this podcast, I'm going to try and aim for 2 to 3 episodes a month this year. I'm going to really make it a priority to get some episodes out and gain some traction. I know that I don't really have a whole lot to talk about, but I want to have a lot to talk about, this is like an escape. I want this podcast to be an escape from everything that's happening in the world. We're sort of falling to shit. Australia is falling to shit. US is falling to shit. Victoria is falling to shit. So I just want it to be a place that you can come, listen to me yap on about crap, enjoy it, and then move on with your life. And hopefully it just gives you that half an hour to an hour where you're thinking about random crap that I'm talking about, and just gives your brain a little bit of reprieve. So yeah, 2 to 3 episodes a month hopefully, and we'll see how we go. And I look forward to getting a new chair because I'm actually losing feeling in my fucking legs right now. Also, I hope you enjoy my cowboy boots and my pink cowboy hat that I'm wearing today. I just thought I might wear something a little different, a little bit more fun. And yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you to everyone who has followed and subscribed and rated me on Spotify. I look forward to all the new episodes that come out. Hopefully I can wrangle Stacey on my next episode. I really want her back. It's always nice having someone to chat to. Chow doesn't respond because he's a dog. So I sort of have to talk to myself, to the camera, which hopefully I will also get better at. Anyways, thanks again, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye, guys.